Okay, so the software that we are going to talk regarding the presentation is the Microsoft PowerPoint. So you can search it from the start menu, or just you can have a shortcut on your desktop if you want. So it opens like this. So as the previous softwares that we talk about, like the Word and Excel, it gives you the same appearance. And in the previous two softwares, in the Word and Excel, they had templates. Here, instead of the templates, they have something called themes. Because in presentation, they can't fix a template. It is because like presentation can be used to present many different topics. So if they are like making templates, like it will not give a certain limitation or a particular area uh, to specify a template. So because of that, what they have done is they have given some themes. Themes means uh, like a particular color combination, an appearance, a presenting way, kind of things, right? So when you are like when we are talking through the lesson, you will get a better idea about what is a theme. So according to a theme, your presentation slides will be decorated in a different manner, right? So as an example, if you take this particular theme and if I ask to create it, so they will create the presentation slide, the appearance in this manner. So theme has a certain type of font, certain type of colors, certain type of the way that they are decorating the background. So according to that, my presentation will be having a professional look, as well as like when I'm adding the new slides, it will be added in a particular theme according to the particular theme, right? So it's better you choose a theme before you start your content, because if you choose a theme after you are done with the presentation content, it might jumble or jeopardize what you have done. Because when there is a theme, it shows you what are the margins or what is the place that your content should be constructed. Right now, if you think about this kind of a layout, so your title is given over here to type.
Sir,
Yes, Rizwan.
sir, is there, I was having the question like, so is there any specific reason why the title Lorem is ipsum like consent sit dollar Ahmed that things
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Latin?
It is this lorem ipsums. They are kind of a company, as I know, which produce these templates in big time. So it indicates that it is given by them. That's all. Like we can just delete it out and the type what are we going to create, right? So it's nothing to there is nothing to do with like the title is coming with that particular kind of a name, right? So it is just a particular space that is provided to us to type our things. Got it?
Yes.
Right. So likewise, you can have the things and you can manage your contents on the slide, right? And right. So if I'm doing ICT, so if I'm preparing this for a ICT presentation, so I can make it like this, all right? So likewise, I'm going to save this. So likewise, when you are starting the PowerPoint, you are given with a certain amount of themes. So you can choose a theme and go to the decoration. Or else you can take a blank presentation like this, right? So once you take a blank presentation, it will be given you this interface. So you can see the similar kind of ribbons are there, like you said, like you have seen in the Word and the Excel, right? And some new ribbons are there, right? Home was there in the other two softwares. Insert, draw was there, even though it is not particular for you. You are getting a new ribbon called Design. In the Design, you can find the themes that we were talking about. So if I add something like this, you can see like how the theme is going to change the appearance of the slides, right? This small box, or like the working area that you can see, is named as a slide. So we are creating our presentation slide by slide. So that's why I told you, when you are creating a presentation, it's better you finalize what's the theme that you are going to work. Then it is easier for you to make your contents on the slide with the uh, with the particular theme that you have decided already, right? So in case if you do not decide what you are going to do is, so like if you just put your content, right, and right, then you apply the theme. So it will give you a different appearance. Sometimes, now when I was typing, it's like this. So if I had a mind to have this particular slide in the way I want, apply a theme will not be able to manage that format that I want. It will format according to the theme. That's why I told you it's better you first choose the theme. Then you are having an idea in which way that you are going to prepare your contents. Then you can go with the theme, and you can manage your presentation in a way it is attractive to the audience, right? So likewise, you can have the design. So you can apply different kinds of designs according to the design that you are applying. The way that the content are shown will be different, right? So it changes. Some of the themes are having like variations inside of one particular theme, like this, right? So some are not. So likewise, you can go for many different ones. Okay, I'll stick to this since I'm going to show you some stuff that what you can do through the PowerPoint. So there is a tab called transition, a ribbon called transition, that is regarding it explains how we are going to change from one particular slide to another particular slide. Animation is about the animations that you can apply on any object that you are placed on a slide, right? It can be a text, it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be an audio, right? So it doesn't matter. And slideshow is the one which illustrate or introduce the hard working that a presentation maker has done, right? So whatever being made through the Microsoft PowerPoint are not going to express like this, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to uh, play it as a presentation, right? So you will be able to see it like this, right? And some particular controllers will be there. So you can present what you have created like this. So all the changes that are done by the theme is according to the output that it's trying to produce. Right. So I'm not going to talk about this home ribbon again and again, because in the Word as well as the Excel, we have done this and we have experienced it in many different ways. The only group that I'm going to talk over here is the group called slides. which indicates how we are going to add a new slide and what can you do with the existing ones, right? And if you want to have a new slide, the easiest way that you can do is place the cursor under this particular small box. We call this the slide pane. So in the slide pane, it will show you what are the slides that we have used in this presentation. So what you can do is you can place your mouse under that slide and click. So you will be getting a big cursor kind of a thing, right? It's kind of a margin, right? And then you can press enter to add an empty slide to this, right? So even though the title slide was different from the appearance, all other slides are going to be different from their appearance as well, right? But it is on their own way. Not that they are going to decorate as the title slide over here. Now, this particular layout is called title and content. We got a place to do the title. We have a place to add the content. So what are the contents that you can add? You can add an audio, you can add a video, you can add an animation, you can have text, you can have whatever the so like whatever the object, multimedia object that you are finding can be placed on the slides, right? So what happens over here is like after
Your
the
voice
type,
is
yeah. Sarah, do you got a question? Okay. So like multimedia objects, you can take those kind of things. And again, here it shows you what are the things, some of the things that you can take. Here you got a table, here you got a chart, here you got smart art, some 3D models that is a little bit unique for the this particular version of the Microsoft Word or Microsoft packages. And yes, Susu. Yeah. So on the slide, they are showing you some of the objects that you can add onto a slide, like tables, charts, smart arts, 3D models, pictures, videos, icon, those kind of things. And apart from that, if you visit to the insert ribbon, all these things can be added. So like they haven't shown you that the audio can be added, as well as the audio also can be added to a particular slide. All right. So like what I was talking is, it doesn't matter what is the content that you are going to add over here. In case if you want to type something, you must have the component called text box on a slide for you to have the text. If you don't have the text boxes on the slide, you won't be getting a cursor. Now I'm clicking my mouse here and there. No text box is selected. I can't just type. I'm just trying to type through my keyboard. It is giving me the warning message, like the warning sound, saying you have nothing to know any particular output is shown here. Right. So if I want to add some content over here, I have to select a particular layout for a particular slide. So you can either like choose something out of this, or you can just create your own layout as you want, right? So title and content is the most frequent layout that is being used, and other than that, there are different kinds, like section header. It goes like this, title is like this, section header is like this, and two contents, it will help you to add two items, two objects in a proper way. And comparisons, right? Some comparison heading can be given on these two, and the comparing things can be inserted over here. And what else do we have? Yeah, title only, slide is here, right? And the blank slide is also there. It's one of the good options when you are not liking the structure of the particular software, all right? And yeah, some other things as well, content with caption, picture with caption, so different kinds of arrangements are there, all right? And again, if you add 2-3 slides, did you notice that I was taking out all the components on this slide previously? So my first slide is a title slide, second slide is nothing, no content. And if I place my cursor over here and press enter, it's going to make me the same kind of slide from the PowerPoint. It's the same kind. This layout matches with this layout 100%. If I change the layout of the last slide, let's say we put the comparison. So if I place the cursor and press enter, the fourth one is also, this is the fourth one that I have selected. Fourth one is also something like this. All right, so likewise, like you can manage your presentation in a way you like, right? Because when the particular outcome is made properly, then only we will be able to present it without a hesitation. So first you have to have that plan, all right? Okay, and if you are having a blank slide and still you want to type something, you can go to the drawing group and click on the text box, and you can draw any particular text box, and then you can type the things. If you want a new one, again, click on this and you can create. Right, so likewise, you can create random stuff here and there with the help of these text boxes. All right, so but it's better you go with something standard, because like it is something it should be something understandable for the audience, right? So it's better you go with something like that. And what I need to say is, if you want to arrange your slide, this is one of the ways that you can arrange it. Okay, people, is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Right, great. How about others?
Clear, sir.
Right, great. Okay, now I'm going to show you what can be inserted into this particular one. Right, so you have seen that there are many different things that they try to have inside them, like tables, like the charts, the smart art, and all these things, right? So what we can do is we can manage our own thing, but be in a very careful manner, right? And in the insert tab, I'm going to get rid of these things. How we are going to get rid of the particular slide? just click on that in this pane and press the delete button, so it will be gone. Right? Okay, I'll take out these two slides. I'm changing the layout to the title and the content. All right, and one another thing, if we want to arrange our slide in a way we want, still there are particular room to do that, right? So what you can do is, if your presentation only contains what the very small stuff, very simple stuff, yes, we can go with that. Otherwise we have to practice, right? So, and again, when we are like creating the contents, if you want to utilize the entire slide, of course, still you can with the particular theme has been enabled. So what you can do is, there is a particular ribbon called review, right? So on review, hold on, it's not review, I guess. Hold on, am I? Yeah, on view, not review, in view. It has something called slide master over here. Master, inside the master view, it has something called slide master. Once you click it, give me a second. Okay, sorry for that. Some throat aches are here, people. All right. So when you have the slide master, the advantage is slide master is not only changing the settings of a specific slide, it gives the changes to the entire slide, right? So like if I want to change the appearance of my first page, so what I can do is I can place it right, and you can manage subtitle onto that. So now if you get a title slide hereafter, its settings will be like this, right? And yes, and if you think about changing the appearance of the title and the content, earlier you were changing the title slides. If you are changing the title and the content, it's the same thing. All right, so you change the slide master by make it into, let's say, like this. All right, so all the things on that particular format will be formatted like this. right? So likewise, any particular thing, if you want to delete some particular one, can do it as well. Okay, so that is the summary, or like the content of the what we call the slide master view. So when you need to change any of your things, so it's better you go with what they have provided naturally, right? Okay, so I'm going to close the slide master. Once you are done, you can close the slide master. It's opening as a separate place, right? And now let's see what we can do through the insert tab, right? So when it comes to the insert, it generally help us to have the things that a traditional letter cannot have in your email, right? So definitely, like when you are going to put things onto a slide, if you thinking about that you are doing this presentation manually, there will be some limitations. You won't be able to put a video onto that slide. You won't be able to put an audio, right? Text will be there, right? And some pictures, yes, of course you can find, but not in the way that you want. So when it comes to the electronic presentation, you can search as much as you want. You can search from the text, search from the images, different kind of things, and you can manage what kind of a thing that you are going to do. Okay, so now let's see what happens when a particular object is added to these slides. So on this slide, yeah, did you notice that my title slide is being changed? It is because of the slide master. Right now, if I get a new one, its title is also in a particular slide, right? In a particular place. So yeah, now we are going to add a particular table. So you have to say how many rows and how many columns that you're going to create. I'll say 5 columns, and I have to say okay. And when you are saying like this, your content will be predefined or like pre-designs by the Microsoft PowerPoint, right? So what you are doing is you are applying those. So when it comes to the table, when you are applying data or like when you are storing some things in the table, for the presentation, don't make it a very messy one or very descriptive one, right? What we are doing is like when we are creating the particular presentation, we should maintain 7x7 rule, right? So when you are maintain the 7x7 rule means you are getting 7 instructions or like 7 particular lines on your slide, and on a one particular sentence there can be 7 words. So that is what you call 7x7, right? It's not a must to do, but it's better you be aware, right? Right. So in the same way that you have learned about the table, it has different, once you click it, it has different kinds of design. Right, so through that design, you can yeah, so likewise you can apply, yeah, likewise you can change. And it is very same regarding the tables that we have learned in the other two programs, right? So they know like how to decorate a particular one, right? So, and what are the ways that you can select the particular files, and is there anyone who like need to put some specific data inside it, and what's the way of it? You can ask and manage the situation, right? So likewise, you can use this particular table, the slide which contains a table, to record some things. And it's not going to be an official thing, but the in the purpose of managing a table, you can place that over here. Okay, so I'll put a small heading here as well. Right, and this. Now this, of course, it is came out of my, yeah, so this is taken according to the previous slide over here. All right, so if I insert, if I want, I can go with the screenshot. Right, so it looks like this. Right, so screenshot just capture what is on the screen. In that case, they are not going to capture the thing on the whatever you are working. Right, so if you do this abstraction, you will see it is the eligible criteria that you have given. Right, so either you can go with these, or else you can go to the insert, and from the shape you can create any shape you want. Right, and insert in part, yeah, in the insert part, you can add a picture from here. You can add it through the device or through as online picture. Now, since we have choose a specific shape earlier, it's allowing me to have the shape. So you can change the shape from here. And if you want to edit the shape, you can go to the edit shape, edit points, and you can edit as you want, as well as all other facilities which were there in the Word are over here, right? So you can experience it again and again. And on the insert, there is a way that we can give a 3D model as well. Right, so when it comes to 3D model, we had to wait a little bit because system had to generate it.
Anatomy. Animated models are there also. I have seen 3D. So sir,
Okay.
when we put will they be like in a like can we view it from 360 view?
Yes, kind of. I'll show you. If let's say we are going to add this part.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, let's add the dinosaur and see. So it will take a little time to get upload the things, like manage the things. It takes time more than we think. Let's cancel it and take only one. Something simple, let's say. Let's take this. Yeah.
Therefore, like it differs on the size of the 3D model. Data for insertion.
In your in the PowerPoint presentation, or like in the software, go to the insert and you have to find the 3D model.
Yes, we can find it. I found it. So like it differs on the size. Like if it is a small model, it takes less time to be inserted. And
Yeah, yes, of course, most probably.
Yes.
Here, I don't think it is the case. Maybe some problem with the downloading part. Let's give some time and see. Yeah, it takes longer than I expected. Let me take one from here. I'll take something I have used already. Hold on. I remember I was taking an animal. Let's take this one. No, for some reason, it's not working, people. So anyway, when you have a 3D model, it can be rotated, it can be controlled in 360 manner.
So we can
Yeah.
view also from 3D viewers in Microsoft.
Yeah, but that's a separate one reason. In here, we can import it to our slides as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And icons, as I remember, icon does the same thing. Right, some different kinds of icons are there. You can just select one and insert. So in these kind of things, you can manage that. Right, and if you go to insert and work with the smart art, If you choose any particular smart art, they will show it to you like this. And you can later change what you are going to put over here. If you want, you can change the smart art options, format, everything. And you can insert a chart as well. I'll insert that into a new one. So we make this student info now. We'll make it shapes. Icon, smart arts. Let's say this is a chart. So if you are, once you click on this chart icon over here, it will give us the particular different kinds of charts. And we can choose. So if I choose this, and then I have to press OK. Right, so that chart will be there. And I think you can see something familiar here, right? Some small Excel sheet has been opened. It is the one which help you to manage what you are going to do, right? So what we can do is, if we got the data already in Excel, we can copy and paste it over here, right? So let me see. Yeah, from here, I think you can remember the things that we have done. So if we want to show these things, you can copy it, put the presentation, and we can paste it. Likewise. Right. So likewise, with the knowledge that we have gained through the Excel or the electronic spreadsheet, we can manage this particular one in here. So once you're done with the data, you can close the Excel sheet. Right. So if you want to edit the data again, select it, and in the chart designing, it has edit data. So you can go and edit data from here. Right, and again, if you want to change the way it looks alike, so you can change. So likewise, you can deal with the particular chart. And in the insert, there's a way that you can work with the header and footer of the slide. Right, and when it comes to the header and footers, once you click on that, a small window is open. It is something specific when it comes to the header and footers of the PowerPoint presentation. So what you can do is you can activate date and time. So if you notice it earlier, just take a look at this, have the concentration on this particular box, the corner of the screen. All right, so if I change this, date and time. So that particular corner values will be activated. And when it comes to the date and time in presentation, you can give the real-time date and time, right? Or else you can go with the fixed date and time. So that means if you fix the date and time today, so it is not going to change. Right? So likewise, you can have it or you can not have it. And if you really don't think it is necessary, so don't worry about it. But for your examination, it's better you learn, right? And if you want, you can activate the slide number. It will be activated at the middle of the page. And then you can give something as a footer. All right, so some particular thing. I'll simply say ICT. And there are two buttons, apply and apply to all. Apply means this will be done and there will be more, right? And you have to apply the theme like slide by slide then. But if you take apply to all, whatever you have done in your previous slides will be applied with the theme that you are going to use. Right, so yeah. So now you can see over here, it's not that clear. Right, so you can see it, the time over here and the particular page number and the particular subheading or like the identifier that comes in the documentation, right? And if you want to make this white, you can see like it is there in every particular, right? So if you want to change this, you can just select it. You can change the go to the home and you can change the white into white. So it will be like that. But doing this is hard when you are having more papers in your in your task or in your time schedule. So what you can do is you can do the same thing that we have done to the what you call the in early segment, right? So what you can do is we can go to the view and we can take the slide master, right? So in the slide master, you can change the font, the colors that they are using. So I'm going with title and slides. Right, in here we can make it white again. Right, and this will apply to everything else. See, we haven't said this particular sheet going to be in that particular format. So you can see the header and footer always. So then once you are done with the slide master view, then you can close it. So then you can notice all the slides has the same bottom or like same footer. Right, so that is how you are going to insert a header and a footer, right? Right, and then I can tell you how to insert and video and an audio. And before that, people, is it clear up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, video and audio is in this side, no, sir. This side. Sir, sir.
Rizwan, yes, Rizwan?
Sir, video and audio is on this side, no, sir. That side.
Yes, over here.
Okay.
Right, so you can add the video from the shortcut tool which is given over here. That's only for video, or else you can add a video over from here as well. When you are applying a video in any manner, they're asking you to choose something, so you can double click on the video that you are using, so it will get added to this particular slide. So let's place this. Right, so once you have added the video, you can resize it if you want. If you want the video to be like spread all over the slide, you can manage it. And when you are running the PowerPoint presentation, it will give you the chance to click on this video to start. Some of the shoes and the some of the settings will help you to start it automatically, right? But generally it's due to a mouse click that is going to start, right? And if you want to have a part of the video, you can crop the video from here. Right, and then you can place likewise. And when you are having audio, you have to select the specific box that you are going to deal with. You have to say insert.
So audio.
Yeah. Right, you can go for the audio icon over here, and in audio, there are two types of insertion: audio on my PC and record audio. So if you want, you can record any audio. So you will, once you click on the like record audio, you will be given this kind of a small window where you can click on this radio button or like the click on that button and start talking. So then your voice will be recorded. Then later it will be added. Right now, if I click on this, now it will record my audio. Right, so then after we are going to finish or say okay for this, right? So now you can see this is my audio icon, and it has the player component. Like to manage this particular thing. So this is kind of the recording that we are going to do. As well as we can add a audio which is already a recorded one. Right, so yes, and if you want to trim your audio, or like if you want to do any additions regarding your audio, you click on the audio icon, and all your, or not all actually, most essential tools will be shown over here. Right, so since there are two audios, I better take one to a next one. Otherwise, both the audios will start to play. Right. So when it comes to the audios, as I told you, oh, come on, they haven't. Yeah, they have. But you can do the adjustment of the audio in case if you need. All right. So let's see how this is going to happen. So this has a different kinds of audio. This has a different kind of audio, right? So to see, to check whether it is good that what we have created, we can run the slideshow and get the idea whether it has been created or like constructed in a way we want, right? So when you are running the particular PowerPoint presentation, there are ways that you can run this program. And if you are trying to run it from the beginning, so it's better you go to this particular option, start from beginning, F5, or you can press the F5 key. And or else you can just click on this. It will just start the presentation from the selected slide, right? Not from the beginning. So to exit from a presentation, you use escape key. So it will take you out. So let's start this from the beginning. Yeah. So we have seen this earlier. This is the way that we used to enter. Then it changes to the other object. And from there, it changes. So likewise, after a mouse click, the slides will be advanced. Right? And when you are having a particular video or audio on your slide, they will allow you to play it. That means first click will change the order, and the second click, or like from the second click onwards, it has been managed to play the video and then to go to the other slides. Right? So if I click on this, my video will start playing. Right? You can see like here.
Can't hear.
Yeah, you can't hear because it does not have any sound resound. I haven't recorded any sound. Much better one was there. Let me take, so like you can take the idea that this has been yeah, this one. So likewise, right, then only it will allow me to go to the next one. right? And the audio, when it comes to the audio, it plays when I click on this, on that. Now so it will record my audio. Yeah, recording part. So then after we are going to finish or say okay for this, right? Right, so likewise, you can hear what you have recorded. Or else, click on this. You can go to the next recording. And you can just click on it. Right, it will play the music. And if you want any part of this, better you collect that small part out of it. Yeah, are we clear about this, people?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Sanushi, it's like this. Hold on. Yeah, Sanushi, let me go through this. Yeah, Sanushi, are you asking about like change in the page numbers by slide to slide? Are you asking about that? How to change that thing? Or like are you asking about making it white? Yeah, Sanushi, change in the numbers, it's just happen automatically though. Then now this is 8. No, if when I'm taking a new slide, it will take as 9. It's an automatic thing that the Excel footer is doing. Got it, Sanushi? All right. Okay, so yeah, in the insert tab, yes, we talk about almost everything that was new to the presentation software. Right. So let's see how it's going to happen. Right. So by mouse click, it will change. Likewise. And video will be played for a single click. And from another single click, it changes. And audio click plays. On this. Click on this. And another single click, it will change. Right. So likewise, it's going to go. And this draw one is not for you. Not for you means like your computer should have that kind of facility to do this. Right? That means either you have to use a touch screen or a graphic tablet kind of a thing. And design, we talk about it. We better set a particular one. Now, yes, I'll show you what's happened when you change the theme. Now, think about that I'm changing the theme like this. Right, so it's good to start and look at this. It is being disturbed. Right, so now you can see it changes accordingly, right? That's why I told you it's better you choose your theme right before you add these kind of things. Otherwise, it will your hard work will be in vain. Right. So yes. Okay, so let me see. Yes, so we can go for the transition and animations. Now, when it comes to the transitions, it is purely talking about how to change from one slide to another. Right? So it is talking about change, the way of changing the slides. Remember that very carefully. It's not an animation type. It's just allowing you to change the slide from one to another in a smooth manner or like in a stylish manner. That is what the transition does. So you can experience the transition by pointing the mouse, not like pointing. It's better you apply it. And there are options too. When you select a transition, it has these kind of options. So I can test it over here. And you can test all other things as well. There are transitions like this. Right. So even though they have provided you different kinds of animations, I mean like transition animations, be conscious to not to use all the animation in a one particular presentation, right? Because it will look very unprofessional. So if you got a nice animation, just have it and see. If it satisfies you, then you can apply it to all. Now I have managed to apply the vortex. So if I say apply to all, that will apply to all. So everything will be changed as a vortex. Right now, let's see. When you are in, yeah, there you go. The first one. And the second one. Yeah, so likewise. Right, so likewise, it's you can choose what kind of a way that you are going to use when the transition is happening. And if you don't want the transitions, right, so you can take out any particular transition from any particular PowerPoint. So like the problem is if when you are taking it out and apply it to all, everything else will be changed the same way. Right, so that is how the transition is done. So and I can recognize now when you, yes, right, it was right over here, hold on. Yeah. So try to maintain a professional type of PowerPoint. Professional type means like you are doing the play and it will be introduced in a very nice manner, right? And don't put different kinds of animation in different kinds of slides. A particular presentation should have some particular order, right? So yes. Okay, so now using that, we can try to apply one particular change in things like the transitions will be applied from the transition to transition using the robotics, right? As well as like we can manage it in an automated manner as well. And when it comes to the transition, there are some sounds where you can embed with the particular slide, but be very careful. It is a little bit primary when it comes to the sign, right? So just check whether you are here in this. I'll just play it. Hold on. Right, so if I choose breeze, and we can go to this preview and see how it looks alike. See, it's, and if you want A plus, likewise. So you can apply a sound, but my advice is like use it when you need it. Don't use it like for the each and every slide, right? And this duration defines how long your transition should happen. Right, so likewise, if you want to make it simpler, like let's say, let me take the vortex. Yes. Yeah. So I can apply it. If I increase the duration, like into the 6 seconds and play it will happen slowly. Likewise. See, now it is slower than the earlier time. All right. And if you want to have it in a quicker manner, you can just reduce the time. I reduce it for 1 second. So it will just happen like that. So likewise, you can set the duration from here. And you can choose the advancement options, like how to advance the slide from one slide to another. You can select it whether you are going to advance using a mouse click, or you can advance it through some particular time, or you can use both the options, right, in case one as a backup. And there is a way that you can advance a slide without having these two options as well. I'll tell you all 4 options, right? So like if you say on mouse click is the default one, right? So if you run the PowerPoint presentation, you click it, so it will transit. right? Likewise. So all these things are happening due to the mouse click or a space bar or a particular enter key press. So anyway, this happens due to a mouse click. And if you set a time, like after, let's say 3 minutes, and if I set it, it's going to be like this. Not 3 minutes earlier, it was 3 seconds. So it's like 1, 2, 3, change it to the next one. Oh, why it is not changing? Oh, yes, the problem is I didn't apply it to all, that's why. So I click on like after 3 seconds, and I have to say apply it to all. So now when I'm playing it, each and every slide is going to be there for 3 to 4 seconds, right? Like this. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. So like after 1, 2, 3. Right? So now it happens in an automated manner. Why? I have set a time for it to be advanced. And without having these two, you can go to the insert and you can go to the shapes and you can find this action button menu over here. Right? So if you take this button and once you draw that button, this particular window is open and it will ask you to choose some things which describes the behavior of this one. Right? So they are asking what kind of a connection this should be. So these are called action buttons, right? So action button has the hyperlinks to do these things. Next slides, previous slides, first slides, last slide. Right? So likewise, there are many. So you choose, I choose next slide and I press OK. Now notice that this slide does not have a mouse click or like after element. All right, so what I have done is I have placed this button. And once I run this, now you can see the play button over here. Right? So if I click on anywhere else, it won't change. Right? And it won't, it will go here and there according to the mouse wheel positions. Hold on a minute. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I didn't set after this particular thing. Hold on. All right, let me see this. So once the slide is here, clicking in anywhere will not allow you to go. So using arrow keys, still you are given the ability. And once you click on this button, it will help you to go to the advanced next slide. Right, so likewise, we can advance the slide on those 3 ways on mouse click after some amount of time and using the action buttons. So in the action buttons, there are many different action buttons over here, like going back, going forward, going to the very first page, going to the very last page in the presentation slide. So use it accordingly. That's what I'm saying. Right. People, are we clear up to this point?
Clear, sir.
Right.
Clear, sir.
Right. Okay. So with these, I want you to do something like it's better. Like there are ways that we have to apply the animations as well. But like after I am done with the lesson, that means after next week, I want you to create a small presentation regarding any particular topic, right? It's much better if you like, if you can do something like about new technologies in the world and send me a small presentation by applying these kind of things, right? So then I can check how the things are happening, or like whether you have received the things that I have told you. All right, so that is regarding the transition. And when it comes to the animations, it is a different approach. As I told you, transition is about changing from one particular slide to another particular slide, right? But when it comes to the animations, it is affected on, or like it can be applied on single objects on a particular slide. That means you can apply an animation to this text, you can apply animation to this t-shirt icon, you can apply the animation to this particular smart art, like this, right? So, and when you select any particular object, then only it will activate the animation options, right? So there are three major types of animation options, which are entering animations, emphasis animations, and exiting animations. That means, in simple terms, you can say to a particular object how it's going to appear on the slide, right? And if you want to do some other animation, once after it is being entered, you can apply another animation type, which is called the emphasis animations. Emphasis animations are there to apply something when the object are on the table. And then finally the exit one. Exit one works as, or like it indicates what is the plan. It's going to take an object to your slide and keep it over there and like take it out, right? Entrance, emphasis, and exit. And there is no rule. You must apply all three things to any particular object. You can apply any one particular thing for any particular object. All right. So let's say I'm going to apply an animation to this particular word set, icon and smart arts. So I'm going to give an entering method or particular. Yeah, let's say it has this, and if you are going to apply the this grow shrink emphasis animation onto the same particular thing, right? So once it is applied, it indicates as 1, and I'm going to apply the emphasis 1. Look what happens. Yes, it shows us the a preview, and still it says it's 1. And here you can see grow and shrink is located. So how can I manage it? Like having like more than one animation onto a one particular object. For that, you can use this add animation button over here. Click on it. It will show all the right. It will show all the entrance, emphasis, and exit animations. So using one of those, you can add the other one. So let's say once it is entered, Now for the moment, but do we have gross rank is there? Yes. So let's say it's will. Right, and as the exit in, I'll take as yeah, for the entrance we get fly in. And yeah, you can find the animations that you have applied from the animation pane, right? Now you can see the emphasis one at the top and the entrance one at the bottom. So if we check it, how it's going to happen. Yeah, see, emphasizing happen first, then the entrance happens. It is because emphasis one is at the top and this is at the bottom. So if I change the position, I can just drag and drop it. Change current. Right, so the entrance will happen first, then the emphasis part will happen. Right, and if you want to add an exit, add an animation again. Right, so to exit, I'm going to take random bars. Right, so I got 3 animations now. Right, if I play this from over here, there comes. Now you can't see the words. If you click, oh yes, you didn't see anything, right? You didn't see anything, it happens. Right, let me check again. Here it comes. Here it is emphasizing. Here it is exiting. So like that is the way that we are going to apply the animations for one particular object. And likewise, you can add animations to this smart art, animation to this particular shirt, anything that can be done. Right, so then you have to save and you can proceed, right? Okay, so by next week, I'm going to tell you what are the other ways that we can use the animations. There is something called custom motion paths. So I'm going to talk about it as well. So then after we have little to talk. So by next week, most probably, we will be able to finish it up. And I wanted to remind that it's better you have a topic, some particular topic to talk about or to create about a small presentation. So which will increase the knowledge of yours, right? You don't need to get panic regarding that, right? So have a simple thing, that's all. Okay, people, so I'm going to end the session from here just for today, right? So by next week, I'll see you for the very same time, right? Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
thank you, sir.
Right,
Goodbye, sir.
okay, right, okay, people, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Right, okay, good night.